point in Mongkok this morning. Police have since arrested a 34-year-old man. The case was uncovered after a cleaner found the body of a woman inside a canvas bag at a refuge station on Portland Street around 8:30 a.m. Officers carried out further investigations at a hotel on Canton Road, which they believe is where the suspected murder happened. The police said the woman is believed to be around 20 years of age and may have been involved with escort services. Officers said there were obvious injuries on her neck, but the exact cause of death can only be determined after an autopsy. They also said a man has admitted involvement in the case. The district court today continued to hear details about the alleged abuse of a former Indonesian domestic helper by her employer, while Owiana Sulistianingsih gave more information about the alleged assault she was subjected to. The defense team suggested her claims were either untrue or exaggerations. Joao da Silva reports.
Pictures of Owiana's injuries shortly after she had left Hong Kong earlier in the year caused outrage around the world. But today, the defense team for Owiana's former employer, Diane To, cast doubt over her version of events. Defense counsel Graham Harris focused on Owiana's inability to be precise regarding the time during which the alleged instances of assault happened. Harris, at one point, told the former domestic helper that either she was being deliberately vague about the time or her complaints were completely untrue or gross exaggerations. The lawyer attempted to dismiss injuries to Owiana's skin and teeth as being caused not by assault but by neglect and medical conditions causing skin irritation and tooth decay. The defense counsel pointed out that no civilized employer would treat a domestic helper in that way and that it should have occurred to Owiana to jot down these serious events on a piece of paper. Moreover, Harris showed documents signed by the domestic helper indicating she had agreed with the employer to work during rest days in order to earn extra pay. Incensed by the line of questioning, Owiana replied that she couldn't remember the exact time of the alleged assault incident because she couldn't leave the house. She insisted that injuries shown in photographs presented in court were the result of continuous attacks. She also said she agreed to sign the documents because her employer had threatened to kill her parents. She also said that throughout the whole time she worked at the Cheung Kwan O flat, she was never actually paid. Owiana added that she didn't write it down because she was under constant video surveillance. Early in the day, Owiana described how she wasn't provided with a bed by her employer and how she had to sleep on the floor of a small storage room. But later the court heard that she was provided with a pillow, blankets, and that she slept on a carpet because there was no room for a bed. The trial continues tomorrow. Joao da Silva, TVB News.
The government announced today that the target date for switching off analogue TV services would be deferred from the end of 2015 to the end of 2020. And there will be a review of the target date in 2017 to 18. The move will allow for more time for the remaining analogue TV viewers to switch to digital terrestrial television or DTT services. In response, TVB vowed to continue working with the government. The free-to-air licensee pointed out that it has made substantial investment in its DTT infrastructure since the end of 2007. By September 2013, 99% of the population was already covered by TVB's DTT network. The broadcaster also expressed hopes that it will be able to further enhance the picture quality of its high-definition service.
And back overseas, it was a busy day for the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge on their whirlwind three-day visit to the United States. Prince William sat down with US President Barack Obama, then later unveiled his efforts to curb illegal wildlife trade. Meanwhile, his wife Kate made an impression on preschoolers during a visit to a child development center in New York. Alan Buckner reports.
The excitement of the event and everything else.
Prince William made a brief stop at the White House for an Oval Office sit-down with President Obama. They exchanged pleasantries for the cameras before beginning private talks. After that, the prince was off to the World Bank to speak about the harmful effects of illegal wildlife trade. He announced he would be leading a task force to break the chain between suppliers and consumers.
One of the most insidious forms of corruption and criminality in the world today is the illegal wildlife trade. Here, criminal gangs turn vast profits from the illegal killing or capture of wildlife. Armed groups and terrorists swap poached ivory for guns.
Meanwhile, a cheering crowd greeted Kate Middleton on her visit to a child development center in New York's Harlem district. The center, which aims in part to fight racism, was founded by researchers whose studies were cited in a Supreme Court ruling that declared segregation of public schools unconstitutional. The Duchess of Cambridge chatted and helped students with their craft work.
Everyone was really excited. They mostly thought that she was kind of like a fairy tale princess.
Oh my God, she seems so classy, like she's so sweet. She seems very warm, like her aura, like.
The royal couple then got together for a reception hosted by former U.S. First Lady Hillary Clinton. Clinton also spoke about William's campaign to save endangered wildlife species.
It is not only to save iconic species like the elephant, like the rhinoceros, and others, but it is also to save human lives. More than 1,000 park rangers have been murdered by poachers in the last years.
Before heading out to watch a basketball game to close out a busy day, the royals posed for pictures to promote a partnership between their foundation and the NBA Cares program. Alan Bookdia, TVB News.
All right, Tony, over to you for sports.
That's right. We got some basketball to talk about first. In the NBA, the Cleveland